What if I told you there's a post-sludge record out there that is noisy, violent, doomy, but also there might be a track in there makes you feel a little sad, makes you think about yourself. Yes,
What is it?
you guessed right. I am talking about Old Man Gloom's number 9, Darkness of Being.
All right, dude. I mean,
Yeah. What a crazy record. Let's just start with that. Holy shit.
it's
First, it's a super group, right?
yeah. Old Man Gloom is pretty much it's you got dudes from Cave In, ISIS. Later on, Mutoid Man, Converge. So, dude, it's a holy shit package of musicians,
Jam packed.
um, jam packed,
Yeah.
grape jelly, jam packed. Get in there, sealed tight with some love.
It's it's way more challenging than Hums Inlet. Obviously, like we're really flipping right here. It is noisy as hell. There's going to be some weird audio samples. Every track's going to have it. But like Old Man Gloom likes to cut that noise shit and then just hit you with some violence for a little bit. You know what I mean? And for instance, the first track, right? You got this 4-minute chaotic loop. It's a riff, but it's kind of looping over itself over and over again, and kind of gets you prepared for the record because a lot of the record is this, and it has like this almost like horror theme in a way. I would say just this one song, but a lot of this record is going to be these giant sound sample noise sections, and it's going to give you a little bit of anxiety. It's going to freak you out a little bit. And then you're going to get hit with the classic, like, hardcore D-beat, sludge vocals. You know what I mean? Crazy riffs. Stefan from Mutoid Man's in it. That guy's a fucking slays on guitar. And he does the Mutoid Man vocals. You know, those kind of, like, powerful vocals. It's a sick record. I would say it's kind of like, I always say Mastodon Remission because it's my favorite record of all time. But it has that Remission vibe, but with the ISIS like noise feels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, when it comes to sludge and that kind of subgenre of metal, you've got Aaron Turner in the band, who is kind of one of those prolific figures when it comes to the sound. You have Old Man Gloom, Sumac, ISIS. Like he, is in all of these bands that are considered, kind of essential to the sound. So yeah, like you get all these qualities coming through, but dude, it's an awesome record. Like you're right. Like they do a lot of this. These noiseescapes, and it's weird because like it's almost like they kind of like tease you, right?
Yeah.
Because they're a little teasing you, like they're teasing you. They drop some things in and then they take it away. But no, like all of these tracks, like especially the longer ones, it's like 3 to 4 minutes of lead-in with noise, and then it's just ball to the fucking wall
Whoa.
riffs, dude. Single ball,
Single ball to the wall.
Single ball to the wall riffs, and they hit you hard, dude.
Yeah, like which that kind of reminds me of Converge in a way. Not like the noise section really. I would say that gives me more of like the ISIS vibes. But that I kind of like that with the record. It reminds me of Harvey Milk. They kind of did this. They do the same thing, where like they'll play like this nasty looping riff, and it'll sound like literally somebody screaming to death in the background. That's why I would say like horror theme in a way. There's a couple of tracks, Canto de Santos comes to my mind, where it sounds like somebody's dying in the background. And then on this record, you have death rhymes, and it takes you away from all that. it's just this acoustic break from all the heaviness and the madness, the violence, and it sounds like sad boy acoustic song, just brings you
Right.
back
Well,
down.
right. I mean, I agree with that to an extent. Like, I think what's cool is like with Death Rhymes, right? Like, you got this thing that you um, like old Black Sabbath albums, like Planet Caravan, where it kind of breaks up
Oh, for sure. I didn't
the
really
rest
think
of
of
the
that,
album
but yeah.
with like this weird kind of like somber, more mellow kind of thing, and you're smiling over there, and I feel like you got some jokes building up in your head. What?
I have the chat. Listen, I have the chat open. I don't, guys. We'll never get through this if I interact with you guys, because I love to interact with chat. But you guys are making me fucking laugh. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. But sorry, Amelia, I didn't mean to pull you out. That's why I'm smiling
No,
and like giggling over here.
I asked you. It's not on you. I asked you.
Yeah, you asked
Uh,
you put it on me though.
but I did. Threw it right over there. But yeah, dude, it's just like I feel like Death Rhymes. It's cool. It works as like a little portion of the album which breaks it up a bit, and I think it's probably one of the cooler tracks. And they don't get into any kind of like distorted bit. It's all acoustic and more. I don't know. It just shows you a different side of Old Man Gloom that we don't really get to see very often.
Yeah, and in a way, if we bring this back to South Florida.
Okay.
If we bring it back to South Florida and the little scene we got down here, kind of reminds me of Ether, where they put an acoustic track in the middle of their record. It brought you away from the crushing soul riffs to this acoustic guitar. Sounds like a very sad track, lyrically a very sad track, but it flips the theme of what's going on, makes the record more interesting, and you end up loving that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know. Favorite track on Old Man Gloom #9.
Okay, so it's gonna be Canto de Santos, because, and I think if anybody wants to hear what the whole album is kind of gonna be like, I say that song in particular. It's gonna give you the long 4-minute noise section, right? And you get a little bit of a drum build up during that noise section, and then boom, hardcore section. You want to jump off your keyboard, you want to punch somebody in the face. High on fire kind of thrash sound, and then it gets doomy, and then right back to noise. It's almost like everything that this record does is in that track. That's my favorite track, for sure.
Cool. I guess if personally, like it's probably either between Canto de Santos, also known. I was known as Canto de Santos.
Really?
No.
You heard it here first.
Well,
breaking.
But yeah, dude, "Love Is Bravery" is also awesome. That bass line at the end,
yeah,
the tone, and just that progression, like bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, it's the fucking earthquake sound, dude. You know what I mean? That fat earthquake sound. The walls are coming in. Yeah, I love that shit. The secret to really good sludge is really good fucking bass. It's either really good fucking bass, or you don't have a bass player and you're just really good at guitar. You can't have both, though. You can't have both.
What does it mean to be good at guitar?
I don't fucking know, man.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither, quite frankly.
Yeah, I want everybody to take notes on the recipe to sludge metal. Okay? Yeah, you got to listen to Mastodon's Remission.
Okay.
101 times.
Okay.
Then you need to go to your local forest, wherever that is, locally, I guess. Go to the middle of it. Wait for 1 hour. Boom. Sludge metal. Sludge metal band.
Okay. You heard it here first.
I'm helping people sell platinums. All right.
Thanks, man.
So, the third record, and this is going to come to a surprise to all of you. It's number 7, Light of Meaning, by Old Man Gloom. So when they did this release, they released. Oh wait, number 8. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know Roman numerals. My bad. I'm dumb. So they released number 9 first. Pretty cool. And then boom, number 8. It's actually a little bit different than number 8. And honestly, I would say this record is more. Is heavier? Is that bad to say? So I think there's okay. So the track like True Volcano, right?
Okay.
They do that longer like sludge metal thing, where basically like you got the growly vocals, but with that like D beat fast like hardcore thing over it. You know what I mean? So like every track has this. Every single track. So there's no like, there's no break on this record in particular. And if there is, it's going to be once again a long-winded like noise section.
Yeah, like I think the 2 albums are kind of I think they're not necessarily similar, but they follow a similar structure, man, because they have what the track I think it's Calling You Home.
Yes.
And it's a lot I wouldn't say lighter, but it's not quite as distorted and ball to the wall, single ball to the wall,
single ball to the wall.
It breaks away from that a little bit. It's a little bit more upbeat, more kind of like traditional metal. You get a little bit more of that cave-in sound. Like you start to hear different influences on that track, and less of like the and later like kind of early 2000s cave-in, not necessarily 90s cave-in, but it just has a little bit of a different feel, is what I mean to say. I'm taking all of these extra steps to say that it feels a little bit different.
Yeah, 1 second. I don't know how to turn off the Discord notifications. I just realized that they're on when you said that, and I'm so sorry, guys.
And are people getting little like bloop, bloop, bloop?
They're getting like little if one of you guys can explain to me, maybe Colin, how to do that, it's fine. I'm sorry, dude. I was not even paying attention to that. If you guys tell me how to shut it off, I'll shut it off. I just looked now. I can't find it in the settings. It's a little bloop. I'm part of too many video game groups. Anyways, I got a lot of like neurosis out of this record.
Okay.
Just mainly, I don't even know how to really talk about noise sections, man. I just kind of say how it made me feel. And even with the last record, it's that like kind of antsy anxiety feel almost, like what's going to happen next, especially with your first like listen of the record.
Right.
On multiple listens, it's kind of like, you already expect it. It doesn't have the same effect. So definitely on your first listen, it like gives you those vibes, and then you get hit with the wall of riffs. It's pretty fucking sick. I would love to see it at a show. I would love to see that. I think the record would really shine at a show, obviously, live setting, whatever you want to say, but like with the noise sections as well, like the same length and everything. It was just like they go just long enough. It's not too much. And 4 minutes is a long time. Doesn't seem like a long time, but 4 minutes of fucking noise feels like 40 minutes of fucking noise. It's really long. But then once there's a payoff, there's always something at the end of it. It's not like you're going to hear 4 minutes of noise and then the track just fucking ends. You're going to get an awesome, well-written riff with even a solo. Like, for instance, I think the best track on this EP in particular is Final Defeat we were talking about before we even started.
Okay.
Midway into the track, after you're getting just fucking hit with this super violent riff, we get this like Mastodon Crack the Sky prog riff in the middle of it, like out of nowhere, you know? It sounds great, and it was a surprise. But, you know, obviously, like, same thing. You got this, like, noise section, and it just kind of leads everything. Almost every track is going to have this big, fat lead of noise, you know?
Right. No, I think what's cool is, like, with these 2 albums by Old Man Gloom, we're getting, like, almost 2 hours of new material. And,
Yeah.
it, you know, it doesn't feel like it's kind of like the same thing with this album came out like 6 or 7 years like after
Yeah.
their previous release, and it doesn't feel like the other albums. Like there's a lot of evolution here. They're playing with different sounds, and like I don't know, there's a lot going on, dude. It's not just on again that single ball sludge riffs. It's more so like again, as we saw with things like Final Defeat and what was it? Love is Bravery.
Yeah.
On the other album, like you get just some different sounds, almost like more stoner rock or like things you'd hear in like modern sludge bands. So it's cool. I think they set a cool precedent with these 2 albums.
Yeah, and you know, with that little gap, everybody's in a really serious band. It's not like they're in little bands, little baby bands. Everybody comes out with fucking crazy. Every band that they're in have crazy releases, awesome records. They don't have stinker records. And yeah, just like you said, you get a little bit of everything here. It's definitely like post sludge, you know, noise record, but there's a little for everybody who likes that type of music. There's a little bit of everything in these 2 records, and I would say I'm gonna group them together. I'm gonna do the first group together review score. I'm gonna grab both records. Here's 9. Here's 8. Gonna put them together, and I'm gonna give them a single score. Okay.
Okay.
Now this might come to a shock to everybody how I'm gonna score this. It's never been done before. But I'm going to give them the Babies, the Sludge Gods, Old Man Gloom, Riff Warriors, Riff Giants, 8.5.
I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on. And yeah, I think for any like this is one of those bands where like if you're a fan of the band, you're a serious fan. Like this is a band you really like. So I think this is another example of 2 records that are going to be high on some lists
for sure.
Specifically like sludge and doom top records of the year. So
all right, so I got to do this to you.
Okay.
Now I did review them separately.
Okay.
I mean, no, I didn't review them separately.
Okay. Go on.
Which one did you like better? It's tough, right? It's a little bit tough.
It's tough. I think 9, man. Like, I think 9 just has a lot of cool stuff going on. I love Death Rhymes. I love Canto de Santos. Again, that bass line and Love is Bravery, right around 50 seconds. It's so cool, dude. It's got like this like Crack the Sky thing going on. So I think 9 has just a little bit of advantage over 8. But there's some really good tracks on it. Like the opening track, EMF.
Yeah.
It sounds like, you're crawling around like some insect nest, and
dude,
you're walking around on.
It reminded me of
husks.
fucking early High on Fire, but like creep factor, man.
Yeah.
Like, super
sounds like
creepy.
bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs.
I like when bands can pull off like noise and give you like some sort of reaction, like fucking just freak you out. I mean, when you're listening to this record with headphones, it's crazy. I like playing it in the store because I'll always get like an old dude who's just like, "Oh, are they working on the roof or something?" Like, just some stupid ass comment, but yeah. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly. All right, so yeah, I would agree. Number 9, Darkness of Being, Cantos de Santos, best track on that record. Go listen to it, guys. And if you want to see what that album art looks like, because they look, I wouldn't say identical, but here, look. I'm going to do a little Twitch magic here. That's number 9. Okay? Everybody remember that. Everybody, do not forget that image. I want you guys to look at it, memorize it to the point where you can draw it at a drop of a hat. Okay?
There's going to be a test on this later.
There's going to be a test after the stream.
Jay is expecting.
If you guys here, you guys look at it one more time. This is the other record. Okay? Remember this. This is high art, by the way. You understand? This is the best. This is the best they could do. All right, enough of that madness. We're gonna go on into the news section. Now, before we do that, we typically would want an interview here. So in the future, everybody who's watching, and we'll make a post later tonight for our next episode, we want to grab one of you guys, grab you, put you into the Discord, and then we're going to talk about your band and also play your band's music, and we're going to critique your band's music in front of you, and we're going to be really, really harsh about it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we just said, we're going to grab you, put you in the Discord with us. This is kind of this, after we're done with our little album breakdown, this is like the interview part of it. We're going to play your music, and then, we're going to talk about your music. We're not going to roast your band. I mean, we might. I don't know. We're going to be honest with you. We're trying to be as honest as possible. But we want to promote you guys. Right now, there's no shows, obviously. But in the future, we would like to use this little platform like that. Yeah. And what we want to do is play a track before the interview, talk about it, then play a track after the interview. But right now, we're going to go into the last section of the show, which is headlines.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Emilio.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second.
That's fine. Totally
hate
fine.
to do this, but nature calls.
Nature calls. Okay, he's got to pee. He's got to pee.
I gotta pee real bad.
All right, we're going to let Emilio pee. You guys are going to be stuck with me. I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. We're not going to start with Iron Buddha. That's not going to be the first band we review.
Hello, Riff worshippers.
Thank you for watching this Old Man Gloom review.
That record is pretty darn heavy.
Anywho, we love your support.
Subscribe and hit that sub-notifications bell to stay current with our videos.
The internet sure is fancy. If you like the damn thing, hit that like button, McDoofus. Follow us on Twitter if that's your thing.
I know it is.
Oh, and while you're at it, follow us on Facebook as well. We really, really love you.
Tune in live on Twitch at Church of Riffs.
Keep on listening to that heavy stuff.
Bye-bye.